The original medieval market, filled with stellar and beauty. You are likely here because of the new medieval town square, and you want to see what the original set looked like. The medieval market village walked so the medieval town square could run. Without further ado, let's get into a review of this iconic set from the past. Starting with the minifigures. There's a total of 8 minifigures, and that is a little bit lackluster in my opinion. I wish there's a couple more. Our first two are the Crown's Knight Soldiers. They are identical figures with 2 different headpieces. The classic chiseled face sculpted by years of mewing, and the classic double-sized screaming guy. One has a spear and the other one has a flag banner. Next is a blacksmith, and yeah, he looks like a blacksmith alright. These minifigures are incredibly simplistic, but I do like his tunic with the black apron. And this may be my first time owning a silver crystal piece. Next, we have his twin brother, the Beggar, who shares the same head but with a tired, sad face. He carries a bag on his back with a walking stick to carry out that begging trope look. We need someone to cook all this food, so we get a barmaiden. I love her dark green dress with the little buckle piece on her. It makes her look strapped up. She has an alternating head with a scared face, very commonly reused headpiece for the very few female figures during the time. And she carries a knife. Next, a child holding a knife. Well, there's an extra dagger piece, so I just gave the kid a knife. It's really great to see that old Anakin/Luke hairpiece. And then next we get a random dude feasting on a chicken leg and drinking mead, likely. By the way, these figures all have the same torso print, except for the Beggar who has brown arms. Ironic for a playset that is incredibly detailed just to have very simplistic reused prints. Okay guys, I get it, it's 2009, that was the error. Lastly, the merchant, and guys, I'm gonna say, LEGO is not afraid to let them out. I like the blouse that extends to a long skirt for her legs. She feels very motherly. Okay, that kind of came out kind of weird. Moving on to the animals, and they're bountiful. You get 2 female cows for milking, and you get some nice head prints. We get a white horse, which I wish came with a saddle. What a wasted opportunity. A frog. And lastly, 3 brick-built birds. A chicken, a rooster, and a duck. Without a doubt, molds for the animals are way better than brick-built ones, but except for the birds, I really like these brick-built versions. Let me know down below if you agree with me. Moving on to the accessories, and there are a lot, which I love because it makes the set feel full and complete. For the soldiers, they get a treasure set filled with that chrome gold pieces. Without a doubt, this is the best looking treasure. I love the chrome gold ones. Now LEGO just used pearl gold, which isn't as shiny. The soldiers get a weapon rack with 2 spears and a axe. The horse isn't for working, she's for riding, and she gets to haul around a wagon full of hay. And I like how the hay is represented by 2x3 tan bricks. The tree is my favorite accessory. Very simplistic yet very effective, just utilizing a bunch of arch and slope pieces to make up the overall trunk and branches. The leaves are set up in 3 layers with some flowers on it to stipulate maybe an apple tree, since there's apples in this set. Underneath our tree in the shade is the dinner table, prepared by our barmaiden. She has made a sliced bread on this nice gold plate piece. A slope piece either representing butter or cheese, I'm not sure. A single red stud representing a tomato. And for the main feast, a big fat chicken carcass, which is twice the size of the brick-built chicken in this set. And it's missing a leg because that one gooner stole it. And lastly, the name of the set, the market. Our merchant sits behind a nice detailed stand, and she's selling fish, flowers, and apples probably picked from the tree next to her. What a scam. She even has a printed catalog on a stand showing the apples cost 3 gold. What a freaking... wow. Even though there's a lack of play features, the amount of accessories make up for it, as there's a lot of storylines you can create by just the accessories themselves. And now finally, the most exciting part of the set are the builds, and let's look at the blue house first. Architecturally, the buildings are similar, but vary in cosmetic appearance, which made building each structure very amusing and exciting. This Tudor-style home throws black, brown, and a hint of gold at you, with main focal point being the medium blue color. There are 16 windows on this structure. That is a lot. The biggest flaw of the set are the window pieces, and that is a not a problem back in 2009. You see, there's something about the brown color pieces that are prone to breaking as they age. Even though I got this set new in the box, they were still fragile and just degraded over the years. There's a Hain sign with a beautiful sticker piece on it. And of course, the doorway opens up to the tavern, which I'll show you in a second. On the side, there's a stairwell that leads you to the living quarters on the top floor. I believe the interior space holds up well with today's sets, such as the Lions Knight's castle. Our first room with the doorway has a barrel and a rat, nothing too special about that, and the room over has a mead barrel with 3 gold chalices and a bar. You can have the barmaiden giving drinks to her patrons. The upstairs is the living quarters for the barmaiden, her gooner husband, and the child. The top left room has a beauty stand with a brush and a perfume bottle. Now be careful, if you move it, it's sliding off. It's not held up by a stud or a clip. And to the right, there's a little dresser there. To the right, there's this nice and fancy red and white quilted bed. The room is heated by this nice stone fireplace with a chimney extended out through the roof. Next up is our tan Tudor style building. Similar use to the brown pieces for the wooden frame of the building. and the bricks to give it its color identity. The biggest difference between these structures are the windows, this one only having about 4 and a couple on the sides. These windows can open up, which is a nice little touch. Now the only play feature in this set has to do with the water wheel. When I rotate this water wheel, it spins a propeller that smacks on this hammer that slams on the sword, giving the effect that it's molding or sculpting the sword on the anvil. This same play feature will be utilized in the future Kingdom set. Back to the front of the set, we missed out on some cool detailing on the bottom half of the set. I love the use of the sextant pieces as a torch, a creative way to use a specific tool. And there are 2 banners showcasing what each shop does. The first one being a blacksmith represented by a anvil and hammer, and the other one just showing a horse representing a stall. There's a carrot and a basket to feed the horse, which is a nice little touch. Now returning to the back of the structure, I'm going to showcase all 4 rooms. The first room has 2 stalls and one which I believe to have poop in it. I like how they use the carrot piece in brown to symbolize the poop. You have already seen the blacksmith room with the anvil, but the room also includes a big black furnace, which is used for smelting the silver crystal piece into the various weapons the blacksmith has made. The top floor is very wholesome. It's heartwarming to see that our Chisel Chad knight is married to the merchant. This lets us know that our knights have more in life than just being a soldier. These 2 picture frames are stickers. I am for sure going to make a shirt out of that face one day. The room to the left has this fancy furnace. It opens up to reveal some flames. I imagine it was used to prepare the chicken and bread you saw earlier. And then the last room just has a stool and a table. I don't know, I guess if you just want to chill and have a drink. The instructions has you put a gold coin in the barrel holding the table up. They probably had no banks back then, so they had to hide their golden money somehow. There appears to be 4 structures in this set, but you can close the structure through a hinge and Technic piece to make 2 full buildings. Here's what they look like closed up. Personally, I prefer them to be open to have 4 looking structures, just to make those set bigger and fuller looking. This set includes 2 instructions for each building. The Medieval Market Village, is it a perfect set? Yes, absolutely a 10 out of 10. Where there lacks in play features is made up by the amount of accessories and the amount of detail that goes into this set with all the interior space. This was a great dollhouse style set only valued at $100 back in the day. With 1,600 parts, that is a great price per part ratio. I love it when Castle shows us the townspeople and shows us life beyond the battle. This set was a must-have to enrich your LEGO Castle world. And to be quite honest, it's not too terribly priced nowadays. You can get this set as cheap as $360 brand new on the resale market. This set was sold for 4 years from 2009 to 2013, giving ample time for LEGO investors to stock up, which is probably why it's cheaper than other sets similar in size. What's great is that this set still feels like something LEGO could produce today. So you can display this set nicely next to your medieval town village and the Lion's Night Castle seamlessly. If you enjoyed this review and you want to see more Castle content, please consider subscribing. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. Help me get there. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to get the new Medieval Town Square set. And also, let me know what set do you think is better, this one or the newer one coming out. That concludes the video. Have a great day, guys.